What's up, Nerdyverse? I'm Daddy Louie, and in this video, we're taking a look at a game called Shady Pets, so stick around. Before we get started, if you're new to our channel and you want to see more content like this, start now by hitting the subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss any future videos. This week, you guys are getting a bonus video from me in the form of Shady Pets, which is the game that we're going to review in just a second. I wanted to kind of pair this with another game that I'll be reviewing at the end of the week because the themes of the game are similar. So it's Pet Week this week here at Circle of Nerds, and I'm very excited to show you both of these games. But today we are looking at Shady Pets, which is a card game. The game is published by Firestorm Labs. It is for ages 7 and up. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes to play, and it is for 2 to 5 players. There is also an additional octopus plush that you can purchase along with the game that has a mildly funny use in the game, which we'll talk about in just a minute. This was a Kickstarter last year, successfully funded, and you can now purchase these games on their website. I'll leave links to all of that in the description below. But the question is this game any good? Well, if you'll join me on the table, we'll check it out. Alright, so on the front of the box here, we have this cute little art that you'll see throughout the game. Name of the game, age, time, and amount of players. It also gives you a small little description down here at the bottom. Throw octopuses, watch out for hangry hamsters. It's all your favorite sneaky pets and shades doing shady things to win the game. Once inside the game, these are the components that you're going to see. First of all, you have, of course, your instruction manual. It's a very light pamphlet, not too much to it. But that's all that you need in order to learn how to play the game, and once you've figured it out, you won't reference this anymore. On the back side, there's also an explanation of the action cards and the reaction cards. You may need to reference this if there's some confusion, but again, once you figure out how to play, you probably won't need this anymore. You also have a little notepad, which is nice, and each player will get one of these and check off the pets that they have discovered. Basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to earn the most points by discovering who the mystery pets are and figuring out what pets your opponent has. And you do that mostly through the use of the action cards, which I'll explain in a minute. So this is to keep track of the information that you know. Kind of like if you've ever played the game Clue, you get the little notepad where you can take notes. That's essentially what this is here. Then you have your pet cards. There are 4 different types of pets in the game: cats, dogs, hamsters, and reptiles. They are numbered 1 through 8, and they each have different photos. I'll show you how they look just so that you can see. They're cool little real-life photos with some cool shades placed on the characters, and there's a neat little fun description down at the bottom that's just adds a little bit of flavor. Like this sandy turtle here says slow down and trust the flow, which is cute, and they all have something similar to that. Also included with those pets are these little envelopes, and this is where the mystery pets will go. These are what you're trying to figure out who the shady pets are, the ones that are hidden from everyone else in the game. So you'll shuffle these up and place one randomly in each of its respective folders. And then, of course, you have your action cards. The action cards are very, very powerful. They let you do lots of different things. And I'll explain these a little more in detail once we set up and show you how the game plays. To show you a real quick example of setup, we're going to set up for a 3-player game. The first thing that you're going to do is to shuffle all of the pet decks individually. And then you are going to secretly select one of those pets to be the shady pet for that category. So we'll select a shady hamster, a shady reptile, and of course you wouldn't know any of these, and a shady cat. And these are going to be your mystery pets that you're going to be trying to guess. So these will be laid off to the side where no one can look at them until they are ready to guess what the correct answer is. Then we are going to take all of our pet decks and shuffle them. So in a 3-player game, each player would be dealt 8 pets, and then there'll be 4 remaining, which will be revealed and placed in the center of the table for everyone to see. So in this case, we got 3 dogs and 1 cat. So now you would take your score sheet, and you're going to mark off the ones that are displayed, because those are obviously not the mystery pets. So we have 8, 7, and 2. 8, 7, and 2. And then we also have Zappa, which is 1 on the cats. Then you're secretly going to look at your hand and do the same thing. These are a secret to you. No one else knows what it is that you have. So we have 1 and 5 red, 1 and 5 red, 3, 4, and 6, 3, 4, and 6. We have 3 and 6, 3 and 6, and then we have 5. So you can kind of see here, process of elimination. We're trying to figure out who those mystery pets are. So then once everyone has done that, again, they're going to keep these secret from the other players. Each player is going to get 5 action cards. And like I said, the action cards are very powerful. They are basically what you're going to use in order to reveal what other people have. There are amplify cards, which you play with something else. So here in this case, you draw 4 extra cards playing this individual card here. Expose, all players expose 1 pet to the table, except for you. So in a larger player game, this card is very, very good. Showtime here has pick any player and pet type, show each other 1 pet card. So if my opponent over here, if I only have 1 reptile, for example, maybe I want to find out more reptiles. And then one of the most fun cards, and this is where the octopus plushie comes into play, is facial. And it says, "Sir, you have an octopus attached to your face." So you would play this as a reaction when someone else plays an action card. And you basically steal that card's ability, if you will. So, for example, if my opponent were to play Expose, where all players expose a pet card to the table, you would then play Facial as an immediate reaction. You could pick up this optional plushie, throw it at his face, which I gotta admit is really fun to do, and my family really enjoyed this. And you now have that power. So now everyone still has to show, but now you're the one that doesn't, and your opponent does. Same thing with his Amplify here. You could play this, and now your opponent doesn't draw 4 cards. You draw 4 cards. There is a Nope style card in the deck that can stop stuff like that. So it's another reaction. So the last card that was played has no power. So you could do Expose, and then I play Facial, and then you can say, "No way, Jose, your Facial doesn't work." Just as an example of how the action cards work. So you go around the table playing these action cards, drawing new action cards, and trying to reveal the mystery pets, or trying to reveal the pets of your opponent so that you can eliminate down this list to figure out who the pets are. At the start of your turn, if you are ready to guess one of the mystery pets, you declare that before you do anything else and say, that you want to declare the mystery. In this case, we want to declare the mystery dog as number 6. So you give everybody an opportunity to check their pets and see if they have number 6. And if no one does, you can reveal this card here. And if you're correct, in this case we were, it is number 6, you go to the rule book and you reference the amount of points that the first pet revealed is worth. So in this case, the first mystery pet revealed is worth 5 points, second 10, third 15, fourth 20. And you'd play this game in rounds, and you can play you just play one round, or you can play multiple rounds to see who can get to 50 points first, as an example. Now, let's say, for example, I wanted to guess next, because I got that correct. I got 5 points for guessing the first guy, right? So I'd mark a 5 here to let me know I got some points. Because I successfully guessed, I can now make another guess for free on my turn. And let's say I wanted to take a wild guess at the cats, for example. And let's say I guessed wrong. Let's say I wanted to guess 8. Maybe it's number 8. And somebody reveals, oh, yep, no, I have number 8. Then you wouldn't go to the card. Instead, you would lose the value of what you guessed. So you would lose 8 points because you guessed incorrectly. So it might be worthwhile, if you're going to guess the smaller point values at the top first instead of the higher point values. So let's say instead I guess 2. Everybody looks up. No one has 2. So then I could go and reveal and see if, oh, look at that, my lucky guess was correct, and I have a 2. So then I would get 10 points for getting the second pet correct. And that's pretty much the game of Shady Pets. You go around the circle trying to, figure out what pets everybody else has, throwing octopuses at people's face. This is a really nicely made plush, by the way. Highly recommend you grabbing this, especially if you like throwing things at your children's faces or spouses' faces, which I do apparently. And the artwork is cute. On the action cards, there's real life pets that were submitted for the photos on the pet cards. So this is just a really fun, well-rounded guessing game. Shady Pets is a winner in our house. We love pets, in case you didn't already know that. So we really enjoyed the photos on the pet cards. We enjoyed the art on the action cards. We enjoyed throwing octopuses at people's faces. And all in all, it's just a really good, solid family game for even the youngest of kids. So definitely recommend checking it out if family games is your thing. If throwing plushes at people's faces are your thing, you will enjoy this game as well. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps us out a lot. Make sure that you share it with your family, friends, and your nerdy communities. If you have anything that you would like to see featured on our page, please let us know down in the comment section down below. We love hearing from you guys and reading your comments. If you have any videos that you would like to collaborate with us, you can hit us up on one of our many social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Circle of Nerds. Also, don't forget that we have a weekly podcast comes out every Tuesday called The Cosmic Disaster Show. You can find that right here on YouTube or anywhere that you enjoy listening to podcasts. And for an extra bit of love and affection to the Circle of Nerds, please check us out over on Patreon at patreon.com/circleofnerds. Anyway, guys, that's all from me. I will see you in the next video.